wanted to tell you a little bit about us. My brother and I, my brother Mike and I are partners here at the Appel Law Firm. With us is my son Thomas, who went to University of San Francisco Law School and has been with us for a couple of years. Mike passed the bar in 1973. I passed the bar in 1979. He went with a different firm for a while. I was with a different firm for a while. Then we joined at a firm in San Francisco where we did plaintiff personal injury work from about 1982 to about 1993 together. Then I went off on my own, and my brother Mike joined me in 1995 out here in Walnut Creek where we live. And we've been here at the Appel Law Firm as a partnership for about 20 years now. And we do exclusively plaintiff personal injury work and workers' compensation law. So that's where we are. We all went to St. Mary's College here in Moraga, and we enjoy the beautiful sunshine of the state of California. I understand that you live in Indiana.
I do. I live in Indiana. I'm from Chicago, but it's all the Midwest, so we don't get your sunshine.
My relatives all came from Chicago. My mom, my dad, grandparents, my in-laws, well, not my in-laws, but my cousins all live in northern Indiana and spread out through the state of Indiana. So you had a leg up in your application here.
That's fortunate.
We had a large amount of applicants submitting their applications to our firm for the Appel Scholarship for auto accident victims. And I wanted to tell you you're a finalist, and I wanted to see you and talk with you and hear from you about your story. And I understand you're currently going to law school.
Yes, I just have orientation today and tomorrow. So I'm starting, and I could use all the money I can get. So
you're a Hoosier, huh?
I am now, yes. It's hard to say. It always sounds weird. There's those jokes. So I'm not really comfortable with the word Hoosier yet, but I'm getting there.
Okay, that's good. Well, I wanted to congratulate you. You are the winner of our scholarship. We'll be sending you a $1,000 check.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your application. I'd like to see if you would be willing to share with us your journey that you made to get into law school. And you have a very touching story about how the law has affected you in both a positive way and in a negative way. Would you be willing to share that with us?
Sure.
Great. Go ahead.
Well, I suppose I began wanting to become a lawyer when I was in elementary school and junior high. I came from a low-income neighborhood where I was a minority, and at our school we always had teachers would say to us, reach for the stars, you can do anything. And for kids from my background, that really, it hit home to me, maybe not to everybody. So you can either be a doctor or a lawyer, right when you're a kid and you think, how big can I dream? So it's always been on my mind. But one thing that I seemed to be good at was arguing and debating and really dissecting the meaning of words to be able to use those for a good purpose. I also have always stood up for an underdog, and I tend not to back down. I'm focused and keep going. So the law as a profession just seemed to fit for me, and I had the opportunity to participate in mock trials and perform as a lawyer, which was always very difficult. I feel like I failed then in junior high, but I continued to have an interest. So in high school, I made that my absolute goal. And when I applied to colleges, I applied to DePaul University because I wanted to go back to Chicago, which was my hometown. And being a first-time college student, I really didn't know much about what it took to apply, what the best place to apply was. DePaul was a private school, as most of the Chicago area schools are, so they're very expensive. And I backed out of my commitment at the last minute because the cost was just too high for me at the time. I did tell you in my essay about some tragedies that happened to my family during high school, which further prevented me from, I guess, learning to seek support from people around me. I was out on my own in Chicago for a long time. I made some mistakes, but I did end up going back to school. That was after my mother passed away from a staph infection from a bed sore because she was paralyzed in the car accident. Would you like me to describe the car accident? I realized that's what I applied for, was because of that experience.
Well, I understand that you were involved in a very unfortunate accident. Your mother was very severely injured and ultimately passed away due to her injuries, and you actually were a survivor of that accident. And then I further understand that the counsel that your family hired ended up stealing the money
Right.
that was paid to your family and took all the money, which is really the dark side of our law when a lawyer will violate his or her trust that his client or her client places in that lawyer. So that experience was very, very touching to me, and we wanted to make it right, at least a little bit. And I actually did some research. I pulled up the opinions that were online published about the lawyer who absconded with all the money, and saw that he got 35 years in jail and so on and so forth. So
He's out now.
that was an absolutely horrible, wrenching experience that you had, but I'm very happy to see that you've turned your life around and you've chosen to go down a very honorable path, a very honorable profession.
Thank you.
And my brother and I want you to know that we hope the best for you in your career as it unfolds.
Thank you.
Indiana is a good place to start.
I do
And
enjoy
my
living here.
dad actually graduated from DePaul University, and that was a long time ago. So, from what you speak, yeah, those are our roots. So,
Well, I
there.
love that school. I used to watch the Blue Demons basketball when I was a kid, so anything with a character, as a child, like a holy cow or things like
Okay.
that.
Well, that's fabulous. Well, congratulations again on your winning the scholarship. You beat out a large amount of people that had very, very telling and stories. They range from overseas Army veterans to people around the country. And your story was at the very top. So we were very happy to send you the money. We hope that you can use it to good use.
Absolutely.
And we wish you the best of luck in your career. Please drop us notes whenever you can. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you in court, counselor, at the time, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mr. Appel.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.